Hello, my name is Mr. Ho. 金老包，金老ho. I am your 2009-2010 NFL Peak Master, Grandmaster. 金老. Let me tell you a story. No time for story? My producer said no time for story. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Mr. Ho. My father's name is Mr. Ho Senior. My mama's name is Mrs. Ho. My daughter's name is Little Ho. My son's name is Little Ho. My wife's name, she's not a Ho. She was not a Ho before I met her. Her name was Jennifer Powell. Now she's Jennifer Ho. My name is Mr. Ho. Let's get started with Mr. Ho's Week 10 picks for 2009 of the Professional Football League. Let's begin. Mr. Ho's 10 picks, Week 10 picks 2009. First game, Chicago Bears vs San Francisco 49ers. Coach Singletary goes back to his old team. Mr. Ho likes the Bears in this match of Chicago Bears 4-4 with a record and San Francisco 49ers with a record of 3-5. Mr. Ho likes the Chicago Bears. Next game, Denver Broncos vs Redskins. Denver comes in with a 6-2 record versus Redskins, who come with a 2-6 record. Denver is mad. They lost 2 games. Redskins sucks, period. Mr. Host pick, Denver Broncos. Next match, Atlanta Falcons vs Panthers. Mr. Ho thinks that Atlanta has too much on offense, and Mr. Ho thinks Panthers have too little on offense. Mr. Ho does not like Jake Delhomme for quarterback of any team. Mr. Ho picks Atlanta Falcons. Next game, New Orleans Saints 8-0 record with his St. Louis Rams 1-7 record. St. Louis is only team with one of two teams with 8-0 record. Mr. Ho no stupid. Mr. Ho don't ever pick against with the Rams. Mr. Ho likes New Orleans. Next game, Tampa Bay vs Miami Dolphins. Mr. Ho thinks that the Miami Dolphins have too much running power for the Tampa Bay defense. The Buccaneers need John Gruden. Detroit Lions vs Vikings. Detroit comes in with 1-7 record. Vikings come in with 7-1 record. Mr. Ho don't like the Lions. They never make money for him. Mr. Ho loves Brett Favre. Mr. Ho thinks that the Vikings could only play Brett Favre by himself, and he still versus the whole team of the Detroit Lions. No, Mr. Brett Favre would beat the whoop ass of Detroit Lions. Mr. Ho likes the Vikings. Next match, Jaguars Jets. Mr. Ho likes this match. Yes, it's not. Both are mediocre teams, but Mr. Ho thinks that because 4-4, they are equivalent. Mr. Ho thinks that because of Rex Ryan's defense, that Mr. Jets are very good, and because the Jets have a proven, maybe not so proven, but a better proven quarterback with Mark Sanchez. Mr. Ho picks New York Jets. Next game, very good match, Bengals vs Steelers. Mr. Ho thinks that this is the second best game of the week. First one being New England and Indianapolis. Both teams come with a 6-2 record, but Mr. Ho loves the Steelers for this game. Why? Mr. Ho thinks that because the Steelers have Troy Hair Palumalu, that they are a better team defensively. And because of that, Mr. Holt likes the Steelers. Next game, Buffalo at 3-5, Titans at 2-6. Mr. Holt thinks that Titans suck right now, especially because they have no quarterback. But meaning that Buffalo has better chemistry. Meaning Mr. Hall likes Buffalo. This is the two crappiest teams ever. What the hell am I? Chiefs at 1-7 versus Raiders at 2-6. Crappy. Who's the crappiest? Mr. Ho is so confused. He thinks the Raiders are less crappy than the Chiefs because of the running attack. But Mr. Ho thinks that Jamarcus Russell stinks. But the Chiefs stink more, so I don't know. I like the Raiders. Next game. Cowboys 6-2 record versus Packers at 4-4 record. Now, Mr. Ho thinks that the Cowboys are too much in a roll, and that the Vikings are kind of crappy, right? And the Packers are kind of crappy because they lost against Brett Favre. And 2 games lost to Brett Favre means crappy season. Mr. Ho picks Cowboys. Next game, Eagles 5-3 record versus Chargers 5-3 record. On paper, the Chargers are the best team in the league. On paper! Unfortunately, they haven't seen it or proven it that much. But Mr. Ho likes the Chargers for one single reason. The Eagles have too much conflict within the organization, and the Chargers defense needs to start popping, which is very good. Next game, Seattle at 3-5 and Arizona at 2-6. Arizona went to the Super Bowl. Super. Mr. Ho thinks that Jim Mora's team isn't ready to win against the best teams. That the Cardinals have many passing options for Kurt Warner. By the way, Atlanta sucks. He should go to the Raiders. Mr. Ho picks Arizona. This is the game of the week. Mr. Ho loves this game, but it's too confusing for him to bet on. Mr. Ho thinks that the Colts are too good at an 8-0 record. Mr. Ho thinks that because the 8-0 record and the coach is rookie, that they might win because Tom Brady is too crappy right now. Meaning, he's not the same guy that he was before, after the knee surgery. Mr. Ho likes the Colts. This is stupid game. Ravens versus Browns. Mr. Ho ain't no stupid. Mr. Ho knows that the Ravens whoop ass on Browns. They make shitty Browns. Mr. Ho goes with the Ravens. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for accompanying me. Mr. Ho. Mr. Ho waits for you next week when he has week 11 picks. By the way, if you want Sock Special, come to Mr. Ho's downtown alley and buy some. $4. Thank you. Hi.